Good evening. Some of the most popular retailers and grocers are showing up on the state's COVID watch list, with Walmarts all over New Mexico making the list that's designed to warn the public about hotspots. Landing on that list can trigger a closure. News 13's Chris McKee explains how the state is deciding which places to shut down. Chris?
The State Environment Department's COVID watch list now has 13 different Walmart big box and grocery stores on that watch list, one of which has been temporarily shut down. The state says each shutdown is still on a case-by-case basis.
For something like a Walmart or a grocery store or essential business, we're going to be looking at, is it a sole provider of goods and services in a community? We don't want to cut off, a rural New Mexico community from essential services.
Now, NMED says the Department of Health also helps decide if businesses with 4 or more rapid responses in 2 weeks should be closed down temporarily. One of 2 Farmington Walmarts will remain closed through this week because it has at least 6 rapid response, 6 COVID cases. By contrast, the 2 Albuquerque Walmarts, one at Coors in Rio Bravo, another at Wyoming and Manal, they remain open even though they've met the shutdown threshold of 4 or more cases in 2 weeks. With hundreds of employees at each Walmart, those stores should see more rapid responses compared to, say, smaller businesses like the Whataburger on Manal near 2nd Street, which has at least 3 COVID cases in the last 2 weeks, but a tiny workforce by comparison. However, the state says the 4 cases rule stands regardless of employee headcount.
We want this to be equitable across all businesses, and so that 4 applies to all businesses. And, I would say that regardless of the number of employees, 4 positive cases in a workplace has the potential to result in workplace spread. So that's what we're trying to mitigate here.
NMED says some businesses with 4 rapid responses that haven't been temporarily closed at this point, they might still be operating because the state hasn't had time yet to process their possible shutdown. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Chris. As of today, there are 157 businesses statewide on the watch list. 16 of them had 4 or more rapid responses. The state has closed down 8 of them. A New Mexico meat company shut down for having too many COVID cases is now suing the state. Stampede Meat Incorporated, which borders El Paso, has had 11 rapid responses. That's higher than any other business in the state. In a federal lawsuit, the company points out it has hundreds of employees, and the positive tests represent about 1% of its workforce. But under the governor's latest order, that doesn't matter.
It's basically everyone, all right? This is how we can crack down on where the virus is spreading.
Stampede sells 1 million pounds of meat a week to big businesses like Costco and Walmart, along with other stores and restaurants across New Mexico. They say a 2-week closure would force the plant to destroy millions of pounds of meat and cause a shortage.